Alright, so this doesn't happen very often, but here's some notes for you honors kids on triple elimination. First things first, you should recognize that standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c. And remember that this f of x, this is pronounced f of x, means a function of x, but really can be replaced with y. Now what I want you to recognize is every one of these points has an x and a y, an x and a y, an x and a y. And all we're going to do to solve these problems, we kind of went a roundabout way to do it today in class, but all we're going to do is really just plug in x into x and y into y. So for each one of these points, and you solve by using triple elimination. So first things first, I got 3 equals a times 2. Keep in mind, we're not plugging into a, b, or c. We're trying to solve for a, b, and c. You plug x into x. 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c. Do the same thing with the other points. 13, a times 3 squared plus b times 3 plus c. And then again with 29 and 4. Now, this step you might be able to start skipping after you kind of get used to some of these problems, because what I can do next is now just simplify that. And notice all I'm doing is just switching the order here, just so that it looks more aesthetically nice. It's kind of what we're used to. Okay, and now what? Well, now I just need to try and eliminate something. Remember what eliminate means. When we did double elimination earlier this year on systems, all we did is multiply a line by something to get rid of a certain factor. Well, the point here is we're going to have to do it twice before we can even start doing that. So the first thing I want to do is basically take a line and multiply it by something so I can get rid of a variable. In this case, I'm going to get rid of c by just timesing this whole line by -1, and then putting it with each one of these lines. So in other words, I have 3 equals 4a plus 2b plus c, and then -13 equals -9a minus 3b minus c. I'm going to do the same thing with this line. I'm going to take 29 equals 16a plus 4b plus c, and -13, -9, -3, -c. Again, I just took that line and combined it with this line, took that line, combined it with that line. Look what happens. Those cancel. Combine my terms here. Be careful, because you can make a lot of mistakes, just like I did with first hour today. 16. Again, here's where I made a mistake already. I didn't put a negative here. Better do that or it does not come out nice. Like that. Then it's a matter of, well, we have 2 of these. If I put them above each other, well, look, the b's are going to cancel right now. Now, if they don't, you might have to multiply a line by something to get rid of it, but we've done it once it's down to here. That's no big deal. So what I can do now is just add those up. Again, if I had to multiply this by, if this was a positive, I'd have had to multiply that by a -1 to get to cancel, but I don't. Then I just add down and divide. A equals 3. Okay. Now, with that, if I go back and plug it back in here, I got 2 variables to solve for. It doesn't work for me. I got to go back and plug it into one of these 2 here. And it really doesn't matter where you plug it in. I'm just going to plug it into here because I'm dealing with positives and it's nicer. So I get 16 equals 7 times 3 plus b. 16 equals 21 plus b. And subtract. And even if you put it in the other one, you would get that answer right anyway. Okay. Let's keep going. Now I've got both of those. I need to go back and plug it in to any of these right here, I should say. I don't want to really mess with this one. But right here, I've got simplified versions. I can plug A and B in. Again, I'm going to pick the easiest one, this top one. It's 4 times 3, 2 times -5, plus C. Do some simple math. This is 12 and -10, so when I combine them, I get 2. And of course, the last step is to get rid of that. So C is 1. But look at what the original thing is asking you to do. Write the equation of the quadratic function that contains. Okay, write the equation. That's what this whole objective is about anyway. So after all of that, I need to rewrite it in y equals, well, ax squared plus bx plus c form. Now the way it was taught today, I don't think any pluses are there. You just wrote minus 5x, but it means the same thing. Now, as you go through this, you should be able to do the same things for the next couple. All I did from here is kind of gave the setup and the solutions to these, but I don't have my notes on me, so I don't know the solution. You can maybe just watch what I do as I do it. To start, Again, x and y, x and y, x and y. Plug them in. 0 equals a times 1 squared is just 1a. B times 1 is just b. And c, well, that comes along for the ride in all of these. Okay. The next problem, negative 3 equals a times 2 squared is 4a plus 2b, because x times b, plus c. And then the last one, negative 10 equals 3 squared times a is going to be 9a plus 3b plus c. Now similarly over here, this is a little bit harder. I plug that in there. When I plug in negative 2 squared, that still gives me 4a. When I plug in negative 2 here though, I get something like that. Same thing on the next one. Negative 19 equals 1 squared is 1a minus b plus c, because a negative 1 times x. And then I also on the next one get 5 equals a plus b plus c just by plugging in 1. Okay. Those are set up. Go ahead and work through these problems. Again, making sure, I'm going to just keep working through this one so you can see the work if you'd like, but I'm not going to do a whole lot more explaining. You can just watch what I'm doing. Again, here you can see I got to multiply this line by a negative 2 to get my b's to cancel, and I'm going to do that here. And the last one is solved very similarly. What people have noticed about the last one is if you just multiply one of those lines by negative, both the a and the c are going to cancel, and you'll be able to solve for b and just plug it in and plug it in and plug it in. There's going to be less steps than the third one. Try the last one on your own. See if you can get it. I wish I had a faster way, but I know that b is 12. Maybe I'll just do it a quick a second. There you go. Your homework is the back page. Hopefully this worked for you. You can work your way through this problem from here. Maybe try it on your own to see if you can get to my answer. And the last three, or the three on the back side, is your homework. You will have a 2-problem quiz on this tomorrow.